Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Poor girl, due to COVID, back home office. In Germany right now, past 10 in the evening, you're not even allowed to go outside anymore. So I have to use the day even more efficient and just get more stuff done. First up, visiting Justus in his studio, doing some recording. Sorry, I completely forgot to film. I was in Justus' studio, recorded some guitars, then I came here to the studio really fast, just eating like within 5 minutes, and then I started opening up Ableton and exporting one of my songs, Watch Me Burn, out of Logic into Ableton so I can actually perform it live. I've now 10 tracks in Ableton, and I'm now stacking them to get the arrangement done. And the thing is, I want to be on stage with at least one real synthesizer. Will be definitely the OB6. Let's actually hook it up. It's kind of working. I can, like the ARP is the OB6. That's fun. That's good. And over here I can trigger everything. For example, I can now switch to the main part. Wait, the main part is here. Playing this melody right there. Let's turn it up a bit. Working, like the principle is working. I need to train it a lot more, and I need a controller. Like I can't fire it off like with mouse and keyboards. And fairly quick, because I don't know if I already told you, like 7 years ago I already made a live set with Ableton, Akai APC, and an iPad, which had like a program where you could program your own controller, which was really cool. But back then, the computer didn't handle a whole lot, so you could only play audio, which is kind of boring. Didn't have the money to buy any synthesizer. So yeah, I did like 2 or 3 gigs with it and then just sold everything because I was making the same amount of money with just DJing. DJing, a lot easier. But yeah, I think like I spent a lot of time today on this Ableton stuff and in Justus' studio. I think it's time for a Q&A and also some music training playing in the recording room. First up, playing the drums. I tried it yesterday. We still don't have any cymbals. They still didn't deliver them. Promised today again. Anyways, I got here the tambourine as a hi-hat replacement, so I can already like start learning, coordinating. All I can do right now is kick, snare, that's easy. Kick on all 4, snare on 2 and 4. It's still completely like I need a click in my ear to train next time. And playing hi-hats, tambourine hi-hats, still tough. Like I can play it on like quarters, on 8s, not really. With everything else together, of course. No way. No way. But give me 1 week. Give me 1 week. Like the progress at the beginning is really fast. But now first, some questions. Let's see. If you had to describe your music with a TV show or a movie, what would it be? Right now, I'd say Stranger Things, kind of. If EDM is like Bollywood, very saturated, very in your face, and pop music is like Big Bang Theory, like very for everyone and very plain. I'm trying, not there yet, but I'm trying more like a Stranger Things kind of vibe. I hope this makes sense. What do you think about networking? Is it crucial for success in the music industry? Yes, everything is necessary. Being extremely good at what you're doing, better than the rest, giving more dedication, more time spent on it, just neglect everything else, 100% focus on that one thing you want to accomplish, and then getting to know the right people and also asking them for help. A lot of people know the right people but never ask them for help. People need to know that you need help, and people like to help. For example, can I already tell it? Maybe tomorrow. Like this big label where I signed like 3 tracks of mine to, I got it through a connection, a guy I bought vocals off. His name is Alex, really nice guy. He was so cool to reach out to them, send them my songs, recommend me. Without this would have never ever happened. What's your opinion of Ableton so far? For live playing, there is no question, it's the best. There's Ableton, and then nothing, 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 and then still nothing. Ableton is the only option. For producing, I think it's like equal with like advantages, disadvantages as every other DAW. It's a little pricey, I have to say, compared to Logic at least. How much money did you make from ghost producing? Oh, yeah, actually, like, can I tell it? I can't tell it actually. Like between 500 to 1,500 per song. That was usually what I got. Sometimes 2,000, but then it was a bigger project with vocals, other people involved. For like a standard club track, 500 to 1,000, 1,500 if you're good in negotiating. And if you already have some songs that are released on bigger labels. One of my first kind of songs was released on Get Physical, which is a very good underground label, especially like 10 years ago. It was one of the best. And this way people thought of me being a really good producer, and that's how I got more money. Being a good producer and people thinking you're a good producer, there's still a difference. I wasn't good back then, but it was enough to make a living, and I don't regret it. And I'm still getting like copyright shares, so it's a little extra. Are you going to be at ADE? Yes, 100%. If it's taking place, I will be there. With a bit of luck, I'll be vaccinated until then, and then hopefully the event can happen. I don't know, it will be still strange. I think the year afterwards will be back to normal. There are more interesting questions in a bit. First, piano, half an hour. I still need to connect it. I want something that just plays without having to connect anything to it. That would be cool. Like a grand piano, maybe one day. It's been a while that we had one of these closet talks, but let's check on some more questions. The internet is loading, so I have a question for you. Would be really interesting for me to know. Like back in the days, I was more vlogging. Like I was just sharing what I did that day. And since COVID, I started doing more and more topic-based videos, which some people like and some don't like. And I would love to know which one of the two you prefer. Like more like content that has like a core or topic, or more the random stuff that I do on a daily basis. Because as of right now, it's really interesting. A lot of music things happening, the live setup, the light show thing. And I think it's interesting and I would love to share it, but it could get really nerdy. And some days I'm just like figuring stuff out, like today with Ableton. If you want to know everything about it, I can share it, but I don't know how interesting it is. So that's why I'm doing a Q&A today, but let me know in the comments. Have you experimented with Clipper before and after the limiter? What works best? For me, Clipper before the limiter, 100%. Tips for growing your audience through social platforms. Posting constantly, very important, and bringing value to the people that follow. Like do something that interests them, be entertaining, be funny, be educational, like something, some reason that they come back and watch it. If you just post a pic of you and a random comment underneath, who cares? Especially when you're starting out. No one cares. Can you read my mind? Yes, you're thinking of gear, 100%. EDM, techno, or house? Ooh, tough one. I think house. When does the All About contest close? Good that you're asking. I almost forgot to remind you, we're doing an All About, like my song All About, we're doing a sample contest. I'll link down below where you can find everything about it, like the prizes, when to submit, the rules, to get the stems, like all of it. Very interesting. The winner will be announced, I think, in 1.5 to 2 months. I want to hear you singing. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Best place in the world to live for the house, tech house scene. If you really want to move just for the music, which I think isn't really necessary nowadays, the world is connected, internet, you can exchange information, no one cares where you live except like you just making good stuff. But I'd say Berlin. But it's almost so overcrowded, and now with COVID, just make good music, focus on that, send it out to some guys, and they will help you, support you, but it has to be extremely good. Okay, let's do one more. What do I do with all of the 1,000 plus unfinished beats I got? Finish them, or like at least go through all of them, pick the 10 best ones, and don't do anything else before you haven't finished those 10. You have to finish music. If you don't finish it, you can't release it, and all of the time you put into that song that you didn't finish is wasted, except for you learning while doing it. So if you're at the early stage of music production, it's fine not to release and not to finish. But I think after 2-3 years, you should focus to make a finished song every month, at least. Like one finished and 4 or 5 unfinished. Like for me, for example, I do a finished song every month, every 3 weeks, and I do 6 that are just crap. And even out of the finished ones, I only release half. You know what? Let's do one last one. How long did it take for you to start make... Okay, this sentence doesn't make a lot of sense, but he's asking how long it took me to make music full time. Like I had 2 phases. Like I started out DJing and I was so young, so I didn't need it to do it full time. I was still in school. My parents paid for everything, but I made actually enough to be able to do it full time. It was a really nice time. No expenses, but a lot of income. I was DJing every Friday and Saturday for a couple $100. So that was fun. Then I went to university, had no money at all and no more gigs because I moved to another city, and then started producing, poor, moved to Berlin, got my first label thing that was kind of bigger, and then did the ghost production thing where I also started making it full time. And then again, I was unhappy doing music for other people instead of my own and seeing them succeed. I then switched to never ever producing for other people again and starting this vlog to share it with the world, let everyone know, and not like go back to comfortable and just making music for other people. So I had like 3 times where I started with 0 and made it to making it full time. It's possible. It's not easy. I hope there won't be a 4th time. Let's see. Thanks a lot for watching. See you tomorrow. Okay, I'll share it. No, I won't. I will share it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be fun. Definitely fun.